Thank you for joining me for this short Christ-centered yoga practice. If you like it, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. This is Christ-Centered Yoga Reflections, and I'm Susan VanMeakins. Please begin in an easy seat, nice tall spine, and breathe in and out through your nose. Take a moment to invite the Lord into your practice today. When you're ready, we'll move to tabletop position. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Next, arch your back as you exhale all your air out, and then reverse that. Inhale as your head comes up and belly goes down. Exhale again, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Continue that way. One more round. And then start moving your body any way that feels good. Side to side, little hip circles. Your head and neck can move from side to side, up and down. Just beginning to warm up your spine and neck, and then come back to your tabletop position. Next, we'll thread the needle. Sweep your right hand out to the side and all the way up. Do a wrist circle at the top. Exhale, thread your right arm under your left, onto your right shoulder, stretching your left hand above your head. Breathe and relax. Then push back up to tabletop and sweep the right hand back up again before returning to tabletop. Same thing on the left side. Sweep the left hand up, do a wrist circle at the top, and then as you exhale, thread it through, come all the way down to your left shoulder and stretch your right hand above your head. Relax and breathe. Then push yourself back up and sweep your left hand up to the sky one more time before returning to tabletop. Curl your toes under and move into puppy pose, bringing your head close to the mat, stretching out the bottoms of your feet. Then widen your knees and let your toes point to the back as you bring your hips all the way down and snuggle down to child's pose. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat comfortably, feel free to use a block under your forehead. Relax and breathe. Now slowly rise back up to tabletop, curl your toes beneath you, and raise your hips to our first downward facing dog. Keep a little bend in your knees and take it easy on yourself this first down dog. Pedal out your feet, bending and straightening your knees. Press your heart towards your thighs and your heels towards the mat. On your next inhale, raise your right leg straight back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, curl your leg towards your chest, then set it straight down onto the mat. Moving your right foot to the right of the mat slightly, shift your weight, and sweep your left hand up to the sky. Raise your left leg off the ground and balance. Modified side plank. Return your left foot to the mat and your left hand. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes underneath you and raise your hips for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale and curl your leg up towards your chest and then set it down to the mat. Moving your left foot to the left of the mat. Raise your right hand up to the sky. Then raise your right leg and balance. Return your right leg to the mat and your right arm. Come back to tabletop and then to downward facing dog. Work your heart towards your thighs. Tiptoe up to the top of the mat and relax into a forward fold. Maybe bring your hands up into genie arms and sway. Relax your neck. Turn it from side to side. Then place your hands back down as you inhale and roll all the way up to standing mountain pose. We'll finish our warm-up with gentle sun salutations. Inhale and sweep your hands up over your head. Come into a slight back bend. Then forward fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale, raise up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot all the way back. Lower your right knee and point your right toe back. Then raise up and stretch. Return your hands to the mat, curl your toe under, step back to plank, push the mat away. Lower your knees, then lower your chest and slither forward to your belly, caterpillar. Inhale as you raise your upper body to cobra. Exhale back down to the mat. Curl your toes under. Push back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Lower your left knee. Point your left toe back. Push up and stretch. Return your hands to the mat. Curl your toe under, step forward. Slowly rise back up to mountain. Bring your hands up to the top. Then bring your thumbs to your forehead, then to your heart. Back down to mountain pose. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, hands up to the top. Big stretch, palms touch, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot, big step back. Lower your left knee, point your left toe, and raise up and stretch. Return your hands to the mat, curl your toe under, step back to plank pose. Lower your knees, then your chest, slither forward to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl toes under, push back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward between your hands, lower your right knee, point your right toe. Raise up and stretch. Lower your hands, Curl your toe under and step forward. Forward fold. Slowly rise back up to standing. Hands come to touch above your head. Thumbs to your forehead and your heart. And then down to mountain pose. Feel free to pause the video and take your mat to a wall for this balance part. Step your left foot into Warrior Two position, lunging onto your right knee. Raise your hands up parallel to the ground and turn your neck to look over your front hand. Pause and breathe. Turn your palm up in front and then raise it to the sky for Reverse Warrior. Exhale as you come to side angle, left hand to the sky. Your back should be against the wall if you're using the wall. Reach forward for your block if you're using it, or the floor, keeping your hips open to the side. Bring the block forward about 1.5 feet as you slowly raise your left foot up and your left hand up to the sky for half moon pose. Bring the block to the front as you come back to Warrior Two. Now change your foot position to the side with toes slightly turned out and raise your arms for Star Pose. Slowly hinge forward from the hips for a wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to enjoy a stretch as you bend each knee. Bring the block with you to the other side of your mat. Change your left foot position to come to Warrior Two, facing the other side of your mat. Reverse Warrior is next. So flip your palm up and raise your left hand up to the sky. Exhale, side angle. Right hand is to the sky. Then look down to find that block if you're using it, keeping your hip open to the front. Push off. And then raise your hand last. And balance. Then come back to Warrior Two. Change your foot position to the side of your mat for Star. Take a deep breath, then lower your hands and come back to tabletop position for some core work. To work the back of our core, come to Bird Dog position. Extend your right arm and your left leg. Balance and hold. And then switch, extending your left arm and right leg. Hold, and then switch. Inhaling as you hold, exhaling as you come back down. Now extend your right arm and left leg and bring your right elbow to your left knee. We'll do 3 of these on each side. Exhaling as you come elbow to knee, inhaling as you stretch back out. Switch sides. Extend your left arm and right leg and bring elbow to knee. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale as you come elbow to knee. One more. Then return to tabletop and lower all the way down to your belly. Place your hands next to your chest, engage your legs, and then inhale as you raise your upper body up using your back muscles. Exhale, back down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Then change your arm position to locust. Extend your arms back and lift your legs. Lift your upper body too. Hold and breathe. You're a flying locust. And go ahead and relax. Curl your toes under, push up through tabletop, and flip on over to your seat. Next, we're going to try boat pose for the front of our abdominals. Lean back, extend your hands out front. This is boat pose. To make it a little harder, you can raise one leg or raise 2 legs, balancing on your sit bones. Hold here and breathe. Now toe taps. Just tap with your right and then your left. Several times. Trying to keep a nice straight spine. Last time. Maybe try to straighten your legs. Or not. And then come back to seated. Lie down on your back. Now raise your legs up as you place your hands just under your hips. Then bend your knees about 90 degrees. Pressing the lower back into the ground, lower your toes to touch the mat, and then bring them back up. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you bring your knees back up. Continue like this, or straighten your legs on the way down and bend them on the way up. You can always just do one leg at a time, or take a rest. Just 2 more. On this last one, take it really slow and hold. Then curl both knees in, hug them in close. Well done. Now we'll move into our cool down. Place your feet back down to the mat. Hands next to your hips. Lift your hips up for a bridge pose. One straight line from your knees to the top of your shoulders. Hold here and breathe. Exhale as your back returns to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Place your right foot over your left knee. Thread your hands through and grasp behind your left thigh and hug in to feel the stretch on your right hip. Then place your leg back down and twist to the left side of your mat, bringing your foot all the way down to the ground. Your hands come out to a T and turn your neck to the right for a twist. Inhale all the way down to your belly and exhale. Then bring your legs back up and the same thing on the other side. Left leg over your right knee hands behind your right thigh, hug it in, feel the stretch in your left hip, and breathe. Then place your right foot back to the mat and twist to the right. Your hands come out to a T and turn your neck to the left. Breathe deeply and enjoy the twist. Whenever you're ready, slowly come back to your back and hug your knees in one more time. Now straighten your legs to the sky. We call this legs on wall pose. Let your hands come out to a T and breathe deeply. If you wish, you can reach for the inside arches of your feet or your ankles and pull down for happy baby pose. Then stretch your legs out fully for our final relaxation pose. Your hands can be out to your side, palms up or palms down. Let your feet just flop out where they want and close your eyes. Nice deep breaths. This is also the perfect time to say a prayer, thanking God for your practice today. Feel free to pause this video if you'd like a longer Shavasana today. But if you're ready, go ahead and roll onto your side and come back up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today, and please enjoy some of my other videos.